So, hello and welcome to our first non-official confessional because we were going to do like a video confessional type of situation um for this upcoming tribal. It's currently I think it's what's that? 5 hours? 4 hours? Is that 4 hours from tribal, right? Like
Yeah,
from
from when the challenge
yeah,
is.
suppose
Yeah.
yeah, from when the challenge is supposedly going to be done. Since it's the racetrack challenge, so there's gonna be judging. So there's that. We kind of forgot about the judging aspect of it. So we thought that there was gonna be a scramble going on, so we would have like great content and lots of like things to talk about. But unfortunately, we are stupid.
Yeah, that is true.
Um,
Instead, you get to watch me play NHL, and we have another special thing planned.
yup. Okay, so oh wait, what by special thing? Do you mean like the other video or like
Oh
the?
no, our first thing. No, that's
Oh
that's
yeah,
coming
yeah.
later. I
Okay,
decided
okay.
to because they have different tones.
Yeah.
They're two
Stay
different
tuned.
tones.
There's
Yeah.
two different surprises, completely different. Um, but essentially, what we're going to do instead is just rant about how fucking terrible the first like I don't even know how long it's been, like 9620 something hours of this fucking tribe have been. Like it's actually like impressively bad, right?
Yeah.
So if you've kept up with like our confessional at all, which if you have not been looking at our confessional, you probably will not see this anyways, right? But
Yup.
our trust rankings right now are basically a story of like the levels of social ability in our tribe, and there is definitely a giant gap kind of situation because we have half the tribe that's like passable and the other half that are just like I would rather be talking to like a fucking brick wall than talk to them. Like I have physically given up, you know? Like when it's bad enough to the point where you just kind of go, "Oh no, they're texting me again."
Yeah.
I just do not want to talk to them. I'm honestly kind of praying we lose the challenge in a way just so we can vote one off. So we don't have to fucking deal with talking to all of them when they are physically incapable of speaking like normal fucking humans, much less people playing an org. Um so yeah, for the good parts we have Flare and Hazel, super cool.
They're
Sharky's
awesome.
vibing really well with Hazel because they're both nerds.
Also, Flair's from Boston too, so that's even better. So I'm vibing
And
with
Flare
both.
Yeah, Flair's from Boston as well. I'm vibing super well with Flair whenever I get a chance to talk to her because we both like K-pop. We're both like generally, I think we match vibes pretty well. Like me and Flair just in general. So
Yeah.
yeah, like Flair and Hazel, that's our number one right now. But I would argue like we have different number ones in a way,
Yeah.
like you and me. Because I would say like I would almost say that Tara and Alex are more my number one than yours
Yeah,
because
Flare and
you
Hazel are
barely talk to
definitely
them.
my number one.
Yeah, like I like Flare and Hazel, which is why they're at the top because like I've talked a lot more to Flare and Hazel in like a positive way than Sharky has talked to Tara and Alex, which is the second place on our list. Which is essentially I've talked so much to Tara. I love Tara.
Yeah,
Like
I have
Tara
not
is
talked to her
actually
too
like
much.
my love, my sweet like oh my god, I could kiss her in like a platonic way, you know? Um but yeah, we've spent like some time in like voice chats talking about like just in general like life, moving, and like living alone, adulting, and also a lot of makeup because I'm super interested in makeup even though I haven't been like I didn't grow up with it, so I'm only just starting to like explore. And Tara also very much likes makeup, so we've just been talking. I've been buying some things. We're gonna like do makeup together. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Um, so like yeah, we're vibing super well with them. Like they're super cool. They're around like pretty much all the fucking time. I don't know. So
Yeah.
like they're fine, right? That's not the issue.
No, yeah, they're great.
Cat, yeah, Cat and Lou, also super cool, super great. and like I feel like me and Kat bonded pretty well because we were the only two people in the challenge VC for like a good hour or two.
Yeah.
Apart from Eris, but we'll get to that.
I never got into
Um,
that PC. I was at work, unfortunately.
yeah, you're actually a walking L for that. I don't know what to
I'm
tell you.
sorry. I had to work. Who
Yeah,
else is
no,
gonna?
no, 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 no. Skill
Who else
issue.
is gonna get the money in this family?
Honestly, you owe me a great fucking Christmas present or anniversary present for that. Like, I am fucking hard carrying us right now socially
Look,
and challenge wise, technically. Even though I fucked up the first
I
challenge,
did
which
the
is
scramble
technically
last
not a challenge.
scramble. I did the scramble.
The Scrabble? Oh,
Scramble.
you the scrab.
Because
Oh yeah,
when the
well,
boat
I
flips.
mean, yes, but also not really, because I did the beginning of the scramble, like the initial idea. And it wouldn't have been a scramble if certain things hadn't happened.
Bro,
Like there
that
wouldn't
was
have been
wild.
one. Yeah, no, we'll talk about that. I think you know more about that than me.
I do. I
Yeah.
know a lot more.
And we have like the next one, and honestly, I've kind of changed my mind about this because I used to say that Raul and Sakari were like, yeah, they're pretty okay. Like they're average at socializing. Holy shit, they're boring. Like
Oh,
I
to me?
barely talk to
Oh,
Raul and
Sakari.
Sakari.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are pretty
Like
boring.
Raul is fine, but it feels like talking to a boomer.
Bro. He will
Like
take it.
I've had that
Well,
vibe with like
yeah.
I think I've said this thing about like someone else in another work sometime, but like it feels so much like talking to a boomer. There's just like nothing, you know? Like there's nothing to relate to, you know?
Yeah. It's crazy.
And Sakari's just there. Like I actually don't remember ever having talked to Sakari, so you know, yeah.
I only talk to them like really when with the scramble. Uh,
Yeah.
Because
Oh
that was when they
yeah.
were honestly most vocal about anything. I was hoping they would wanted to stay with Preston and Eris, but whatever.
On fucking
I,
god though.
I was like, I don't have the energy. I'll just make everyone. Well, I guess that was also a choice.
It was the best move as well because like
Yeah.
I know other people, like for example, Kat and Lou. I know when Kat talked to me, that Kat was like, "Yeah, I'm glad that everyone else also saw like Jane Esteban as like an issue that needed to be removed." Because like it's one thing to want drama, but then there's like one thing wanting drama like fucking like they're throwing their game away for the
Yeah.
drama, you know? Like
Yeah.
yeah,
That's when it
it's a different
gets.
thing.
And it's just gonna
Yeah.
like cause so many. I think I mentioned that to a few people. Like, if if we didn't do that, Roland Sakari would have also been mad if we sticked with the vote. So we had like them not wanting to change made it a lot more of a decision we had to make.
Yeah, and also like it's not like it wasn't someone we were willing to like cut off either. Like it's not like we were planning on working long term with Jane
Yeah,
Esteban anyway. So
they were also
it's
pretty dry themselves.
pretty. I wouldn't even say they're dry. I just don't think they were there. Like Jay was never there, and Esteban was like sick for the first fucking 48 hours.
Yeah,
So and even when Esteban was there, it was just kind of like you know.
yeah,
Like I could have lived without the conversation that we had, if you can call it a conversation, you know.
yeah.
Um,
I wouldn't have trade. Or I guess like traded it, or I
yeah.
would have traded it for anything else.
Honestly.
Sorry, I'm
No,
not
but like
feeling
the
that
thing,
well.
it's fine. But like the thing with like that entire vote as well, like I think that was genuinely like the best thing for us as well, like the way, because also I would say unfortunately, since I was having to like rush the vote in the beginning because I had to work during the scramble.
Yeah, I had to
Um
take
uh,
charge.
we we did have some sort of push in Preston Nares potentially going.
Yeah,
I'm really hoping that didn't get out to anyone, especially Preston Nares, even though I don't think they have the pull to be able to do anything to us. But you know, it's never good to have anyone who's like after you, you know.
yeah.
Um,
That's why I
but
like
like
to throw names out if I don't have to.
I normally don't like to either, but in that situation, I was just like, fuck this, you know, because everyone's just so boring. No one wanted to talk game at all.
Yeah.
Like I still think that largely holds true. Like I don't know why these people are so fucking boring. Like I don't get it.
I don't. I wonder how
Like
the
it,
other tribe is. They could be that
it
boring.
better be fucking better than this, because if otherwise I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Like they better be doing a fucking like Preston and there's Jay and Esteban purge, because I'm gonna lose my mind if I have to talk to people like this during the fucking merge. Um,
Bro.
but like Emma and Dexon, I also feel like I've changed my mind even more. Like they're just kind of there. Like they just say hello, and then you get nowhere further.
Dude, that is just our entire conversation in the morning.
Like
We'll be
our
like, "Good
entire
morning."
DMs. Good morning, hi, how are you? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, bye. And then like a few hours later, they come back and they're like, "Hi guys." And I'm like, "Okay, hi." And it just starts all over again.
Yeah, it's just a cycle.
Yeah, and it's incredibly boring, not actually forming any type of connection there. And honestly, the thing I'm really hoping is just that like everyone else is having equal amounts of shit conversation with them.
Yeah,
So that it's not like, oh, they're like, playing us behind our back. But I don't think that's the case,
they
because
were
like,
also a problem. I don't. I don't think I. Did you hear that? They.
yeah, I did.
I
Like
don't.
they threw out Ron Sakari's name. There were like
Yeah.
rumors about them doing that.
I don't think Raul and Sakari. If Raul and Sakari were gonna confront them, I never got comfort. I never followed up to get like confirmation if they said anything. I'll have to do that later because I'm
Yeah, I think Kat
curious.
and Lou. No, not Kat and Lou, but Kat also said something about like Ron Sakari confronting them. I don't know if that's true or not,
I told
though.
someone. I forget who.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like
might
really
might have
funny.
been Kat and Lou then.
Yeah. I was like, bro, why are you confronting them?
It doesn't make any sense, but like whatever.
Look, your
It's
choice.
their game, your
Yeah.
choice.
I gotta
But
get
yeah,
back to
Emma
it.
and Dexon just super boring.
Yeah.
But then we have like Jane Esteban. I feel like okay, the worst thing about this though, Jane Esteban, I feel like sadly, like really depressingly, if they had not like gone nuclear and like tried to take out everything in fucking sight, right?
Yeah, they could have
I think
lived.
they had more potential than Emma Dixon, Preston and Eris, and Raul Sakari all
Yeah.
put together, just based on the like two messages we had with them. I felt more engaged talking to them than I did talking to any of the other three fucking pairs.
Yeah. It was crazy how much they blew up their game. They would have been fine if they just like didn't
If they
do
just
that.
chilled.
And didn't we tell them to like vote Preston Eris too?
I don't think we did, but I'm
Oh,
pretty sure someone did.
someone probably did, and they
Like
were
I'm
like,
pretty sure like I think Tara and Alex said something about, yeah, no, I think it was like Alex or Tara that actually confirmed that, like I think it was Tara, yeah. No, Tara said like, do you think I'm okay to like tell them to vote Preston Harris?
yeah,
And I don't, because like, but then the blow up didn't happen until like several hours later either. So like, I don't know what was going on there.
yeah. I can't wait to see what happened.
Honestly, like they must have had like either they were like super allied and just none of us knew, like, and like I don't understand how anyone can build like an alliance with someone who can't even talk.
Yeah,
Um,
unless they
but
knew
yeah,
each other from before, but
I don't. I mean, if it's pre gaming, that's just fucking like
that's
that is so
funny.
cringe. That is horrifically
Because I don't
cringe.
know, I've never met them before, so I won't say I know.
No,
But
same, same.
I haven't, I haven't actually talked. The only person I think I've known on this tribe before is Flair, but like, we didn't really have a good working connection in that game, and barely talked.
Yeah, I surprisingly know no one here. Like in on our tribe, I
Yeah,
do know a few people. I think we both know a few people on the other tribe because on
yeah,
Dynaco we have there's Amy who we both know,
yeah.
and there's Oka who we both know.
Oka, bro, I
But
love Oka. He's the
I
goat.
okay, so I don't mind Oka. I think he's a bit like a meme in the Tana Survivor
Yeah,
community
he
where we
just I
both
like
met.
the idea of
Yeah, you like
him.
the idea of him. I played with him, and we were not like allies at all. Like I kind of thought Oka was just kind of a little bit of a. Well, first I think Oka was pretty much like I think Oka was younger than me at that time, which
Yeah,
meant that I was also like, well, he still is, but like
I
I
don't even
think
know
I
how
just
old
thought it
he
was
is.
a little bit childish. but it's also like during that game, Oka was just like kind of not deserving to be there. Like he was one of those people that were like was like dragged to the end.
Yeah.
Um so yeah, it's yeah. So with Oka, like I wouldn't say we're close to Oka. Amy, on the other hand, like I'm not saying like it's not like a pre-game situation. Also, I want to clarify that by the way. Like
Yeah.
we're with the like Preston Airstream and Esteban situation, like we're just theorizing. We're not accusing anyone of pre-gaming
Yeah, I
because
have
I've
no
had that
idea.
happen to me before. Like someone accusing me of pre-gaming, even though I've never met any of these fucking people before,
Yeah, I don't know.
and like
I don't even
it
know how
sucks.
close they are either. Like in the
Yeah,
or
like
they
they
were in
could
the
just
game.
have like maybe Jane Esteban just got like really paranoid.
Yeah.
That's also possible. I've seen players blow up their game for less, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's just a crazy situation. I just want to know what exactly went on in their brains.
Honestly. Like I just also I'm did Tom tell you about the I don't know if they're doing an educ as well, but did Tom tell you about the draft situation where it's
No.
like a fantasy football draft apparently, and every episode people draft three players and based on how good they do that episode they get points.
Oh, that's sick, bro. I love
Yeah,
that.
so there's that, and they also did like a trust ranking, like they calculate like the average position of
Yeah.
every person to like see, or like every pair to see like where they're at, like in the like what their position's like. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that after the game.
Yeah. That'll be interesting. I want to see how we're. I'm curious, like what they think
I feel
we're
like
on
we're
top.
doing well, but
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with the others' connections. Like that's what
Yeah.
kind of sucks as well. Also, you want to know something fucking funny though?
Yeah. Well.
I don't think. Oh, actually, maybe I shouldn't tell you. This on. Well, I mean, no, I'll tell you like after the
Okay.
recording. But yeah,
Cool.
it's like a whole thing regarding alliances. I'll tell you after.
Sweet.
Um, but yeah. So essentially, this entire video was supposed to be just like a rant, but I think I got most of it out before. But essentially, what we have to say about this is just Preston and Eris, man. Like they weren't even paired together supposedly. Like it's not like they're randoms to each other, but somehow two of the most dry ass fucking people managed to find each other. And like no hate out of game, but holy shit. Like you cannot hold a conversation with these people. It's actually impossible. Like I've given up on trying.
Yeah, it's nuts. Like, I don't know if I want to keep trying.
No, no, literally, I've given up. Like I'm just like I was saying, I'm kind of hoping we'll lose, just so I don't have to like keep up the farce of like, oh, I'm trying, you know, like,
Yeah.
because I'm not like I'm basically ghosting them for hours in the end, and I kind of feel bad for that. But at the same time, like every time I fucking talk to them, like it gets nowhere. So like it's not like I'm. There's no point in wasting time in the conversation, right? Like we're just doing the same thing all over again. It's like, hello, and how are you? Like, it's the same thing as with like Emma and Dexon, where like I just don't feel the pull to like respond to their messages. I just kind of forget to. And then I feel bad, but I also like, well, you're just kind of like there. I don't really care about you. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
It's
Like,
just
I'm just saying, like, they need to fucking like pull themselves up by their fucking bootstraps, or like they're not getting anywhere here.
yeah.
Because everyone that's active is seeing exactly what's going on.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes for the rest of the the rest of the hopefully I don't know if we will lose. I think our thing was goaded though.
No, it's
I
actually like the best like creatives
I
challenge I think
was
I've ever had my tribe do.
I was stunned. I was like, bro, how did you do this? Was amazing.
Yeah,
With
no, it's
how bad our
beautiful.
tribe, like half our tribe is, like we like made up for it with that.
I mean, once again, like I said to you as well, like the first like 2 hours it was just me and Kat in a fucking voice chat together. And then Eris came, but like Eris didn't really like I think Eris was outside, so I can't really like blame her, but at the same time, like you're not pulling your weight socially, and you're not pulling your weight like challenge wise. So what are you doing?
Yeah,
You know? So yeah, I was basically like it was me and Kat that did most of the work for the beginning, and then I think there were like some ideas given from like Hazel, and I think it was Preston as well. I'm gonna be real though. I got pretty annoyed at those ideas because a lot of them just didn't make much sense, or they were
Yeah.
like shutdowns of ideas of the people actually doing the work. Like I understand like not wanting it to like be fucked up, and I agree. Like I threw out some really funky ideas, but like you're not actually doing anything though,
Yeah.
right? Like you're not pulling any weight like realistically. So I don't see why you're allowed to have an opinion here. You know?
Whose idea was the what's it called, what can I think, the little tribe identity, or of each person, of each team.
The basic idea of like, oh, let's split up the course into different like, let's name the course parts after
Yeah.
our
Oh, wasn't
our
that was Hazel actually,
that was
right?
Hazel's
Yeah.
idea, but it was my idea to make them themed.
Yeah. Okay. So that's good.
So yeah, so
That
like
was
the
good.
theme thing, and like as you could see, like the write up thing where I had Pearl ping the tribe,
Yeah.
like that whole thing was like my idea essentially. Also,
Okay.
I point out Rollins Sakari, like I get that they were like doing work and shit, but like how can neither of them have the time to even answer fucking three questions?
Did they ever answer, or did? Oh
No,
my
they
god,
didn't. They fucking didn't. We just did something for them because they didn't fucking answer.
bruh, that's so stupid.
Like legitimately, like Kat just like I had to ask Kat like and the others in the call because Flair, like I want to give credit where credit's due. To be fair, Flair and Alex both did something. Like
Yeah.
they both like did things, and they definitely did things after I left as well because it was late for me. So like credit where credit's due. Like they pulled their weight. They did like what they had to do. But like the rest of the fucking tribe, right? Like it shouldn't be fucking 4.5 people like pulling the entire tribe challenge when there's
Yeah.
fucking 14 people here.
Yeah. I
And I
wish
feel
I
like
could have done more, but.
yeah, no, it's okay. Like I get that you also couldn't do more. Like I think if I was in another part, I would have been annoyed.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you at least like you gave the basic idea of like, oh, let's make it a car shape.
Yeah.
And also like you offered to help, and like you told us like, oh, I'm at work, but you also like responded to like the small prompts that we did give you.
Yo, that was like
But
the bare
also like
minimum I could do.
yeah, and then like on top of that, like we're in a pair, like both of us are together, so
Yeah.
I feel
So.
like I'm like most of these people only had one person from each pair work on the project.
Yeah.
So it's not like anyone can like point out, oh no, Sharky didn't do anything. I'm gonna like I'm actually gonna like flip my
I'm gonna
shit if
flip
someone
my
does that.
shit. Oh my god. Yeah, it's
Huh?
good. I was like, I was making a joke because that's
Uh
funny.
yeah, no, but like if someone tries to fucking claim that you did nothing
Yeah.
and that's why we should be, I'm gonna like lose my shit.
Yeah, I know.
It's yeah. Because we have fucking socially dead people that cannot fucking did not. Emma and Dixon did like nothing either. I'm gonna be real. Like they answered the questions, but that's like less than bare minimum. Both of them were in the voice chat at one point. Were both muted, which fair enough. But they didn't write anything either. They did nothing.
Yeah.
Like if you have time to fucking be there, like you can do something.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So yeah, I don't know. That's my little rant of how useless most of our team is. Like once again, I am pretty harsh in terms of like gameplay. I'm not meaning this like as offense to the pairs out of game. I'm
Yeah.
sure like someone else would click with them super well, but from my perspective, this is horrible. Like I hate it here.
Yeah.
um I
No,
guess
you're
someone who
totally right.
cannot connect to any of these people, but like I also know like this is meant as like criticism of their gameplay. Like like me not being able to connect to people is not something new. I've had this issue before and I have it semi consistently. But and I might not be pulling my weight like trying to connect, but it's also I tried in the first like 2 days and just did
Yeah.
not work. I'm not bothering anymore. Um
If they're not gonna try to carry the conversation or be like like good
Or
conversation.
like even like
Yeah,
give me something to bounce off of, like, right?
yeah,
Like
just anything.
you know that like the improv principle, like yes and.
Yeah,
Yeah,
keep
like
going.
I just want like a yes and. I'm just getting yes.
Yeah,
Like it's just yes, period. Like it's end of conversation. I'm like, well, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do here, you know?
yeah, it's so
But like as a
frustrating.
criticism though, like for I know for a fact that at least with Preston and Eris, other people are seeing what I'm seeing. I've had this conversation with Tara and Alex, Flair and Hazel, and Kat. I have not had the conversation with Lou, but I have had it with Kat.
Yeah,
If half the fucking tribe and most of the active people are seeing you as someone who is impossible to talk to and like dry as shit and like not even worth trying to hold a conversation with at this point, then maybe like rethink the way you're approaching social gaming, because like you have to actually talk to people and like give them something to work with, because sure, like org people will for the most part like try to talk to everyone because that is part of the game.
yeah,
But if you're giving them nothing, they will burn out.
yeah,
Like they will stop caring because you're gonna go sooner or later anyways, probably sooner rather than later actually. So there's no point in trying to like build a connection with someone who's gonna get voted out because they're basically inactive.
yeah. They're just unless like a swap is coming, and then they decide to turn the Jets on, um, for whatever reason. But they're still
Yeah.
it still wouldn't make up for the fact that they were just
Like you are going to
existing.
lose. Like either you
Yeah,
are getting dragged to the end or you're getting voted out like really quickly. And neither of those options are a compliment.
yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways, did you have anything to talk about?
Um, trying to think from my end. I mean,
Oh yeah, did you want to explain the
oh, the
tribal or
the scramble. So
yeah.
I'll pause the game. Let me, because I gotta look back at DMs for this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So what happened at first was where, okay, here it is. So they were like, "Hey, so we've been hearing our names. I know Relo's out, but Sharky, you're here, right?" And I was like, "What the fuck? Who is throwing out your name?" Um, and then I just tried to like get more information on this because I was like, I thought we had like a clear vote or something here. I didn't think we would have any more drama or anything. I was like, "Oh my god, Relo's gonna kill me." Um, with this. But like I tried like I told like a few others before. Like I think I went to like Tara and Alex like right
Oh yeah,
away.
wait.
Yeah.
Let's just be clear because I don't know if you said this, but let's just be clear. Those first messages were Raul and Sakari.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was for all and
I don't
Sakari.
know if you said that or not. I don't think I heard it. That's why I just clarified. Like
Yeah.
it was Raul and Sakari.
Yeah. But yeah, that was from Roll and Sakari. That they were talking to me about that. That they heard their name. And they were like, "Oh, we think they're lying to a bunch of people and just like acting crazy." And I'm like, "Oh my god, this is not a situation I really want to deal with." But they tried to. They said they were Esteban and Jay were painting a picture of Rollins Sakari versus Preston Eris, which is why we were trying to speculate like why if we told them to vote Preston Eris, why would they just try to throw out Rollins Sakari's name instead? And I'm like, okay. So I like tried to see like where they were at. I didn't throw out Preston Harris's name. I actually got a vibe that they were thinking if they were actually working together with Preston Harris. Because I would just say, I think I said at some point, I think they said, I truly feel Preston Harris should vote Esteban tonight. That was Sakari. And then I said, I think they were going to vote for them anyways. I didn't elaborate further, but they asked, like, were they? But I told we told them to vote Jay and Esteban anyways because we were gonna vote Preston Harris out. before all this.
Yeah.
So yeah, then I like after this I like started to tell everyone because they seemed pretty dead set on voting out Jane Esteban, and I didn't want to cause any more like I didn't want to cause any future drama if we kept Jane Esteban, then Rollins Sakari would be angry. So I just wanted to make this as easy as possible, and just had them and just sided with them. And then I told like Flair and Hazel, Kat and Lou, and then Tara and Alex, and then they were all fine with switching. And that was basically how the vote just played out. Um, just some wild stuff. And I think I mentioned that they were going to confront not Preston Harris, Emma and Dexon, because they were mentioning that Emma and Dexon also threw out their name or something like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Let me see. I said when I asked like who they heard it from, they said Esteban, um, and then they also said apparently from Emma and Dexon or Preston Eris, they've told different things during the last hours, and and they said he lied straight to my face. That was from Sakari, so there was a lot going on there. I just like there was a lot to digest there. So I was like, okay, whatever. Let's just continue. We'll vote out we'll vote out Jane Esteban because they're causing too much drama right now. When there was like an easy vote for Preston Eris, but whatever. But that was pretty much the last vote. It was like a last. I think it was in the last few hours. Relo was at work, so I had to do it. Coordinate all this.
Yeah.
But
Like
yeah,
I got like legitimately I was at work, right? Like I talked to everyone in the morning. I was like, yeah, yeah. How do you guys feel about voting on Preston Harris? Because I did have like a hand in pushing that as well. But in my defense, I think like everyone kind of knew what was gonna happen. Like
yeah,
yeah. Like I said, it's not like it's not news that Preston Harris are dry shit.
yeah,
Um, but essentially I went to work and I was like, yeah, this feels good. Like Preston there is going out. I worked for 3 hours. I went on my dinner break and um I had dinner and I like talked to some people and like, yeah, we're still good, right? Like we're still good. You're gonna like tell me. I told like Tara like, yeah, keep me updated if something happens. And so I went back to work. And I'm a cashier, so I can't check my phone during
yeah.
during my shift because I'm like working with customers all the time as well. Um, and then I got out of work and I got in my car. Well, not in my car, my dad's car. He drove me home. And I got home and I checked my phone, and there's just like the entire server is just fucking lit up in white, and I'm like, oh my god, what happened here? Um, and I see Sharky like in the confessional just going like, listen, I didn't do this time. This is not my fault. Um, because if I don't think all spectators know, but Sharky, when we are playing like adjacent to each other or in a duo, he does have a potential of accidentally blowing himself up and by extension blowing me up.
That is true. Yes.
Um, it has been known to happen, so that's why like it's very much a reaction of, oh god, no, what did Sharky do now? And that's also why Sharky's like, oh no, Rella's gonna be pissed,
Yeah.
because I have been in the past. Yeah, I will admit that. But essentially, I got back like 3 hours later, and it's just everything's fucking blown to smithereens. I'm just catching up, and I'm just like, oh man, this. Yeah, Sharky just put in the vote. Whatever. Fuck this. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
Because
I
I worked closing as well,
I
so
assumed you didn't want to deal with
yeah,
it.
I was just like, nah, fuck this. This is your problem. Like understandably so. I feel like it was like almost 12 when I was like done and ready to go to sleep, and I'd been up since 7 that morning.
Yeah.
So
And you, yeah, full day of work, so that was a lot.
yeah, yeah, it had been a lot that day. So yeah. Um. but essentially that's what's been going on our end right now. I think there's not much else to say except for let's just pray to fucking God that we do not lose the challenge, but also let's kind of hope that we lose the challenge
Yeah.
so we can vote someone off. But also like we don't want to lose the challenge because then we can't sit. Then they can sit up people and we can't do that. And like yeah, um,
I like it's weird to like want to win and lose at the same time.
yeah. No, it's very different reasonings for both. But also I'm like super proud of our the tribes project because like it's such a big project. It's like straight up like 11, I think 11, yeah, 11 slides of just pictures and text, and it's like so pretty and all that. Like it's actually like fucking overachiever shit. Like it's yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm proud.
Well, you know, yeah, it
But
was
either
good.
way, this is part one of two of our confessional for today. We might do another like video slash voice confessional sometime relatively soon, depending on if like anything crazy happens and if we have time to get on together.
Yeah,
Basically,
I'm like very
we're
unavailable during the week, so
yeah, and I'm just like very unavailable because I'm actually trying to have a sleeping schedule.
yeah.
So
Okay.
it's a mixed bag. But
Yeah,
yeah, I think we're done.
yeah,
Look forward to part two in like I don't know, an hour.
yeah. All right.
Yep.
Peace.
Peace.